So we're back again. Q3 report. Gee, went fast. But fellas, we'll start backwards. So boys, we'll kick off. Pukekohe, SVG, epic round. Tell us probably what we didn't see on the TV. What was going on behind the scenes?
Yeah, like it's a pretty epic one. Like the size of the crowd, the amount of people always out the back of the garage, and even when you go to the Portaloo, it's hard to get there, and then people are waiting outside for you, which is a bit weird. But the amount of fan interest for the last one there, like it was an epic event, and how pumped everyone was to have supercars back there. 2019 was the last one.
Yeah.
And man, it was awesome.
Yeah, it's classic old school. It took an hour to get into the track. Just you couldn't see a blade of grass on the hill. So impressive. And to win the JR Trophy, that's obviously special. Not only for you, but also Andrew Edwards as well.
Yeah, it's obviously we know how much Jace meant to everyone and what a nice person he was. But we always race so hard for that trophy because it's such a cool one to win. Andrew had won it with Bridie, which obviously meant a lot to the BJR team back then. But for him still having worked with Jace and also his father, you could see how much it meant to him. It was pretty emotional.
Yeah. But more importantly, how many mates rang you the week before? Oh, g'day, mate. I haven't spoken to you for 12 months. You got any tickets?
Yeah, plenty. Yeah. I ended up ignoring everyone.
Yeah. And I suppose I would have been on the phone about the after party as well.
Yeah, it didn't happen. I stayed quiet because I had a test day the next day in the rally car. So.
You sound like me. You're getting old. Can't do the hangovers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and brought your first time at Pukekohe. How was it? It was a crazy event.
Yeah, it was nuts. Like, it's probably the biggest event I've ever been to as a driver. Grand Prix at the start of the year was massive, but this was pretty next level. So, absolutely loved the track. Went over a couple of weeks before in an 86 and drove, but in a supercar, like, it was absolutely awesome. And I'm spewing that I don't get to ever race there again, but the event, as Shane said, like, the fans were nuts. It was good following him through the crowd because everyone would chase him and I'd be able to run off. But yeah, getting from the car to the tent where we'd try and chill out, like if you signed everything, you'd be there for an hour sort of thing. So some people probably screaming at me and getting angry, but sometimes you just have to run through and go do your thing. But yeah, cool event.
And the pre-event promo, the Oxbow full driving with Mad Mike. How was that?
Yeah, it was loose. We flew to Queenstown the week earlier and we went out on these Oxbow adventures. So no one ever drives them. We were the first people to ever drive these cars other than the instructors. And
so you run them in?
Oh, man, mate, they run in. Oh, man, the limiter bash. There would have been like a minute of limiter over the day.
Didn't it?
Yeah, it was crazy. So the instructor took us for some laps at the start of the day and it was pretty wild. And then Shane got in and set the bar pretty high and straight away Mad Mike tried to match it and it got pretty competitive and loose.
Did you do anything cool in Queenstown?
Had to look around a little bit, but went up with the boys to the luge. I responsibly watched from the side on race week. Didn't want to get in any incident, but no, I loved it. It's cool there. I'd love to go back and have a look around.
And why were you wearing the same clothes all week?
Yeah, I had 6 days without a bag. Got to Queenstown Monday and bag rocked up Sunday night.
What happened? They lost it?
Well, I just didn't get loaded on the plane. The plane flight was a disaster. We were waiting on the plane for probably a couple of hours and at first they said no one's bags were going to get on the plane and then he said they're all get on the plane and we got there and about 40 people didn't have their bags.
Handy.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, so how's everything get over to NZ? 'Cause it's a big operation when you don't take the trucks over.
Yeah, well, it's a massive change from what we normally do. Normally, we've got the truck, and as you know, everything's kit out. It's got its little place, 2 cars, all the equipment, and it's off the B double goes. But when we go to New Zealand, goes across air freight. So I think most people would have seen both cars on top of each other. You've got to take the rear wing off the top car just so they slide into a 747 sideways perfectly. I actually looked at the racks on the weekend. I don't think the Gen 3 car is going to fit on the rack. So it's another little design change that's going to have to happen. We're going to have to get new racks to slide them on the plane. But then, of course, your spares have to fit into a container. So limited with weight, you've got to work out what you're going to take. You can't take all the spares that we normally do, so it's always nice not smashing cars up when you go overseas because we don't have that many spares. They also slide into the 747 sideways as well. But it works really well. Gibson Freight, they do a good job. Like they literally pick the stuff up. Couple of days, like we literally, by the time we fly there, the containers are there ready to go, and then I think they were back on the Wednesday night. So flew back to Melbourne, and then truckie grabs them, brings them back to the workshop, and then by Wednesday night we've got our cars and equipment ready to go to prepare for Bathurst. So it's quite efficient.
It could work different next year and a lot more spares with common parts, couldn't it?
Massively.
Share it a lot better within the teams.
Yeah, for sure. So obviously control parts makes it easier, but the biggest problem is the panels that have to be pre-stickered, so to speak.
Oh yeah, of course.
Which reminds me of the 12-hour. I think we remember we were GT racing. We robbed Griffo's rear boot lid. We had Griffo's rear boot lid going around the track on our car because we literally just stole it and put it on the car during the race. Certainly there'll be more of that. And I think teams will start working together as well on carrying spares. At the moment, we all carry our own spares and we're all a bit independent. But I think the team owners will get together and go, the smart thing to do is you carry this, I'll carry this, and you team them all up, and then you can trade over the weekend. So the change from Gen 2 to Gen 3 there's a methodology change where you can start then pooling spares and working together, so to speak, rather than everyone having everything. SVG, you took the team for hot laps in the rally car on the Monday.
Yep.
Everyone said it was ace. What was that all about?
Well, I needed to do a test day before WRC, and you need a co-driver. So they were there to simulate the co-driver, but also go for a hot lap. So it was pretty cool. I was hoping that only a few would say yes to come, but ended up most of the team stayed over. And Dad was there in his Ford Escort as well, so it was pretty epic.
Yeah. I was hoping only a couple said yes as well. So it was $500 flight change. I'm like, if 4 or 5 people would be okay. Yeah. Anyway, everyone's like, yeah, we're on. So $7,500 later, but it was certainly money well spent because everyone had an absolute ball.
In the morning we had half went up the hill and half down the bottom, then we swapped. And the second half weren't that smart. They were standing on the outside of the corner. Was that you?
Yeah, I got hit. I got smashed by
I come around the corner and go, this is going to hurt a couple. Sprayed them all.
You should have the Speedway. Goggles on.
No good.
Yeah. Never stand on the outside.
So now Pukekohe's all over. Where do you reckon we should go next?
I think the most obvious is Hampton, just south of where we were racing.
Yeah.
But as I've been saying for years, we can have a double header there. Yeah. There's so much interest in supercars there and so many good tracks. So you'd go South Island, you'd go Ruapuna or Highlands.
Yeah. I think a double header makes sense because it's so expensive to get all the cars, equipment and people over to NZ. And as we saw on the weekend, the crowds were massive. So I think we can easily have one on the south, one on the north, and be able to do a double header for sure. So certainly if I'm asked a question in commission level, I'll be like, let's go the double header because we can certainly afford to do it. So let's roll on to Sandown. SVG, double win on Sunday. The cars didn't look that flash on Saturday, but we certainly turned it around for Sunday.
Yeah, I thought you would have tuned it up better after the co-driver sessions. Yeah. No, we struggled on Saturday. We got our asses kicked. We were 8 seconds behind Will. He smoked us.
Yeah.
But I think that's the best thing about the way our engineering group are working at the moment. All the guys just work calmly, go through the process. And we were obviously strong there the year before, so we kind of looked back on that, understood why, and then came out on Sunday and the car was completely different.
Yeah.
It was really impressive the way they worked and made things better.
Yeah. And Brock, your second career podium?
Yeah, it was good. Finally got on the real podium, not in pit lane this time. So, no, it was good. Threw away a podium in the first race Sunday, which absolutely sucked. But, the last race was pretty cool. Come from 9th to 3rd and watch Cam and Chaz do their normal thing and stuff each other over and come through and, got a trophy.
Yeah, good. And, mate, your first Supercars press conference. How did that come about?
Yeah, I don't know. How did it come about, mate? Co-driver world champion.
I thought I'd add that in there.
Yeah. No, it was good.
You got it on Sunday.
Yeah, I got another one.
2 days.
Two in a weekend. But Yeah, you didn't do too bad, mate.
Yeah, no.
You still got it.
The Co-Driver World Championship was on, you know. We had
Exactly.
had to perform. Oh, and then we did ride day. Sandown, we did ride day on the Monday.
Yeah.
And you took a AFL guy?
Yeah.
Is that cool?
Yeah, I'm not the biggest, I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest AFL fan, but fellow Red Bull athlete. So Christian came along, PR guy was frothing over him, and I was in a Super 2 car at the time, and then he rocks in this Superstar.
Yeah, no.
But no, it was cool. It was good.
Yeah,
Had a good time, so yeah, it was good.
It's always good to see how much they get out of it. Someone that's elite from another sport, how much they enjoy our sport, and how crazy they think we are. They think we're nuts, but there's no way I'm going to get on the field and end up getting hip and shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You die. But it's crazy how it's, no, what you do is nuts. But no. I'm happy driving a car. You can do your thing.
The ride day there, they were crazy, aren't they?
Yeah.
I took some on Friday, and I was nearly getting hit by the passenger at turn 2 and 3. Just flying. It was crazy.
How good. We'll move on to the bend. It was cold, eh? It was cold. Yeah, I reckon if we go to the bend, we've got to go earlier or later in the year. Like a 500 would be great, later in the year. But SVG max points. I can't think of anyone doing max points before.
Since the fastest lap points.
Yeah.
So I think it's been close before,
Yeah.
3:10, but 3:15 is pretty special, especially at Mustang country.
Yeah, 100%. Nern's correct us if we're wrong, but I don't reckon anyone else has got 3:15 points, but I could be wrong. I can't remember it anyway. But no, it was good. And then we actually behind the scenes team dinner Sunday night, watching Marty, your engineers replays.
Didn't he harpoon Beardo?
Yeah.
Him taking out Beardo. I think did he beat Scotty or he took out Scotty McLaughlin as well?
He couldn't find the video of that.
Yeah,
he couldn't find the video.
Shootout lap. We beat Scotty.
Yeah. So tell Marty. He used to race, of course.
Yeah, he was a bit of a weapon back in the day.
He was New Zealand Formula 4 champ.
Yeah.
2009 or 10. Yeah.
Yeah, but we found some good highlights. He had a few good crashes and absolutely fenced Beardo once. So we found the race and we got it on the big screen. Man, I haven't laughed so hard in so long. Everyone, there's probably 20 of us just all pissing ourselves.
Maybe that's why Beardo's so harsh on us. It's not us. He's just trying to get Marty back. Yeah.
What about the cricket?
What's that?
What about the cricket games at the house?
Oh, yes. How big were the stumps? Were they this big?
Probably 2 Red Bull cans or something
Where
like
did
that.
you even get those?
At Rebel.
Oh, Rebel Sport? Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Set up the indoor cricket.
Kept us going. It's motorsport.
Kept us warm.
Yeah. It got pretty serious.
That's motorsport. And SVG, you attended the Adelaide 500 launch. We're going to Adelaide at the end of the year.
On a Harley, not really my thing. It's a bit weird, but
yeah,
it was good to it was just the announcement of it, but the people there just for an event launch.
Yeah,
pretty cool. Like there's a lot of support for that event there, and I think they're pumping a lot of money in and promoting it. It's going to be a massive finish to our year.
Big, yeah. No, I'm looking forward to it. Anyone been watching Inside Line? Watching Inside Line?
Yeah, I was there.
Watching Inside Line?
Watched 2. Yeah.
2? Yeah. What do you reckon?
It was cool.
Yeah.
I learned some stuff that I didn't know.
Yeah.
I like what people made Ford spell. That was kind of funny.
Yeah. I'm the same as you. We were doing it. We were there living it. So,
Yeah.
No, good. Well, hopefully everyone's enjoying it because it was hours and hours behind the scenes that went on to get the content. I don't know if you saw it, actually, but one of the first lines is you like, what happened to these pricks following us around all year, haven't we?
I hated it.
Yeah. But no, it was good. It's really good content. We had the Platinum T8 Mate ride day at Norwell. I was in there. How was that?
It was pretty cool, actually, yeah. Got a bit loose at the end. We were doing the hot laps and the V8s. And
yeah, cool.
they'd driven them before, and then we went out and turned into a race, obviously.
Obviously.
It's pretty cool.
Passengers loved it.
Yeah.
We're going like too wide through the back straight, like rubber mirrors, and then Shane speared it off at the end. Probably the first mistake you've made all year, mate.
The ABS failed.
Yeah.
SVG, you're on the rally car just before Bathurst.
Yep. So I got WRC rally, which is a full week long event, which would be pretty cool. But always wanted to be in that, so I've done a few rallies this year for practice, and it's going to be epic.
Yeah. And where is it? It's good terrain, isn't it?
So it starts south of Auckland, second day's north, and then third day's pretty central. So.
Yeah. And expectations?
I just want to finish.
You want to
I
finish?
don't know. Like I think my speed's okay sometimes.
Yeah.
The second day I know the roads, the first day I don't, but that's the toughest road. So
Yeah.
I just want to be there at the end.
Be there, finish. Yeah, cool. Makes sense. Both Super 2 boys are going good.
It's good, hey?
Yeah.
Championship lead.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. You're good mates with Declan. So how's he? What's he said about the year?
Yeah, no, it's good. And got the wild card coming up, so it's all looking good. But yeah, he's still coming to all of our races. Came over to NZ just to hang out and see what's going on. But how crazy have the last couple of Super 2 races been?
Yeah.
Sandown is just nuts. Like, I've never seen anything
I
like
was
it.
on the track walk at the GT weekend, and you could see how high the car hit the fence. Like, it was a couple of metres in the air that car ended up. It was crazy.
Even just off the line at Townsville, like
It's chaos.
going off that series. It's good to see some young kids having a dip, but they do need to calm it down a little bit though. You know what I mean? TV are like, guys, we can't be showing 3/4 of every race under safety.
Yeah.
You know, so there's got to be a happy medium there. Any report from GT land on the week? You got a pole and a win. On Saturday at
The
Sandown?
first day was good. Second day, pretty crazy with the wet. We didn't get many green flag laps, but
Yeah.
it was okay. The first day was pretty cool. Eamon drove well, got us to the lead, and then I just sort of drove around. But
Yeah.
it's good to get a win always.
Could you imagine I'm just thinking Sunday. Could you imagine doing one lap, like your race, your day, your first
One
lap
lap.
of the day, in the pouring rain, cold wet, so you got one lap towards the end, you know, and you got under pressure. It's pretty intense, you know, but all good learning. Certainly all good learning from him, I reckon. Good. Who's excited to get back to the mountain?
Are you?
I'm excited to get back to the mountain for sure.
I think we all are.
First big race meeting of the year.
You
Obviously-
taking your steering wheel? What's going on there?
No, he won't let me. He won't let
No
me put the
GT
GT
wheel.
wheel.
Nah,
in.
but we've got a couple of brand newies downstairs though, don't we?
Yeah.
GT wheels?
Nah, normal ones, but yeah, we got a few freshies.
Yeah. He's too scared of having a big opposite line, grabbing the middle.
Yeah.
Like Craig did that time.
Yeah. No. So I'll pretty much exactly your ergonomics. I'll jump
We're
in.
pretty close, aren't we?
Pretty close.
Yeah.
I flop around a little bit, but
Yeah.
that's okay. I think it's better. It's obviously it's important for the main guy to be perfect in the seat when the real races run at the end. But yeah, I'll be in there doing the lunchtime stint. So no, I'm pumped to get back into it.
Full fans as well, hey?
What?
Like, it should be big this year. It's going to be.
Yeah, I reckon.
Big
I think
crowd.
everyone's a bit deprived of entertainment in general. You know, we've been locked up for 2 years, so to get out. Weather looks good at Bathurst, touch wood, so we should be sweet. And as for got GT in the car. He'd be pumped.
Yeah.
Did some
Be
GT
good.
laps.
Got runner-up at co-drivers at Sandown.
Yeah.
So not far off. Beat me at GTs on the weekend.
Yeah.
He's hitting form at the right time.
He's ready to go.
Yeah.
And the wildcard program. So we're full steam ahead with the wildcard program. Car's prepped. The number one mechanic is Tybo, who was my mechanic forever, and he's the most expensive guy in the company. So that wildcard program is prepped and got everything brand new, basically. So it's 100% full spec. But they've done a couple of test days.
Yeah, got a test with us coming up
Sounds
as well.
fast,
Isn't it?
Just up the end, sounds quick. So no, they've got everything they need to go hard. So hopefully they can get right up there at the end
Lowndes
of the day.
versus Murphy as well. It's a big
Same garage,
Same
isn't
garage.
Yeah. Well,
Good priority.
Well, it was questionable whether Murphy's going to make it, but it sounds like they're going to build a car and be good to go. So yeah, same garage, same boom. That's a story. That could be.
It's 20 years later, lap of the gods.
Yeah,
Could happen
yeah.
again.
That could be front page paper on the Monday. Who won, Lowndes or Murph? Let's hope Murph don't get his 5-minute penalty.
So I drove into the street this morning. I needed my sunnies on driving down. We got the new logo, new buildings all painted. Looks pretty good, hey?
Yeah, no, looks flash. I certainly rebranding or a new logo doesn't make the cars go faster, but I thought with a fresh start with me at the helm, I thought a nice rebrand and just freshen it up. I think the current logo had been in place for well over 10 years, so it needed a refresh. I didn't want to change it dramatically though. I still wanted to keep that iconic, 888. I think a fresh look moving into the future and a new colour. I don't know if it's teal or light blue, whatever you want to call
Stands
it.
out, doesn't
but
it? It's good.
it stands out, yeah, for sure. So we've got Gen 3. Obviously, that's a beast rolling along, getting ready for next year. Potentially have a new tyre, new wet tyre. You drove on it at Sandown?
Yeah, so I did a bit of Gen 3 testing at Sandown halfway through the ride day. Fortunately, it actually rained. So we've got this new wet tyre, or Dunlop do, which when you look at it, it's identical. But when you feel it, it's quite a lot softer. So yeah, once the track wet, we went out on it, and yeah, mind-blowing difference.
Yeah.
It's feels probably like what an actual wet should, and it actually gives you confidence when you're out there, and hopefully we'll be able to race in probably worse conditions because the tyre will be able to put up with it. But yeah, quite a lot faster, so it's good.
The wheel spin difference down the straight was like noticeable.
Yeah.
Because the car doesn't have the downforce. Yeah, the standard supercar wet was just just wheel spinning all the way down the straight, where the softer wet would handle it much better. So I think that almost to have the same sort of straight line grip with a Gen 3 car, you need to have a better tyre. And if it means that we can run an event that would normally be red flag and cancelled, that's a win. You know, and we've had a few of those in the last couple of years. So no, I think that's a gain to go to a new style wet.
It was good because I was racing all the current cars. I was smoking all of them. They're probably
all
like,
of
what's this bloke doing? I'm on the new wet.
Oh, good. There it is, Q3 report. We'll be back at you for Q4, where we've got Bathurst, Gold Coast, Adelaide, massive, stupid amount of water to run under the bridge between now and the end of the year. So we look forward to reporting back then.